welcome to the TacLife Update Vision Month edition. Each week we're going to hear about Vision Partnership as we highlight ways of financially supporting God's work here at TAC. We're going to hear about what's coming up in the future weeks. We might meet a couple of people on the way through. Let's get into it. Here's Raj.
Church, it's wonderfully humbling and encouraging to see the generosity of God's people across our church as together we financially support pretty much everything that goes on here. Now, as the church leadership, myself, the wardens, the parish council, we have the responsibility of determining where and how to spend the money that is given, and we want to plan wisely. Something that continues to have great benefit is our annual pledging process. Each year during Vision Month, we ask you to consider or pledge what you will contribute towards the church in the coming year. It helps us as a church. The more we know about what will be given, the more we can be confident in making decisions and plans for the year to come. And it helps us as individuals. Having a particular time in the year to review this has helped me be more intentional in my own giving. And I know the process has helped many others grow in the grace of giving, being like the conduit for God's blessing in this world, looking to the world to come rather than being the reservoir that stores up treasures in this world. You'll find a response form in your handout where you can indicate your giving. Please pray for God's work in your heart, and please hand this form in during Vision Month. Now, as the leadership of a church, we ourselves are invested in God's work here. And so next week, I'll speak briefly about my own giving. The week after that, we'll give a pledge update that includes all staff, parish council, aggregated giving. And from then each week, we'll report on our aggregate pledge total as a church as we celebrate God's generosity through us to his people.
There is another way that we are partnering together to resource God's work here. My name is Lisa, and this month I'll be talking about our Thanksgiving projects. These are opportunities for you to give a one-off contribution over and above your regular giving as an expression of your thankfulness to God for what he has done in our church and in our lives over this year. Each Vision Month, we identify a number of projects that can help us make significant steps forward in our ministries here and make an impact beyond our walls too. The first Thanksgiving project relates to our property and safety. You will be aware that we are in the process of working towards a new car park and outdoor multi-use area, courtesy of our state government and your votes. As this work is done, we would also like to make some safety improvements in line with feedback we've been getting over the years. Specifically, this Vision Month project aims to raise money to install permanent fencing between the car park and the main entrance to the auditorium. We'd have some nice big gates to let people arrive at church smoothly, but have the ability for them to be closed and have child-proof access points to prevent kids wandering into the car park. We are getting up to around 100 under 18s at our morning service. And while we have some good safe places to play, this has often been identified as the weak point, and we'd love to address that by raising $5,000 as our first Vision Month project this year. More details on this and other projects in your booklet. See you next week.
Speaking of next week, next Sunday we're having our annual prayer walk where we get out into the community and pray for the many ordinary people that they would encounter the extraordinary God. The details differ for each of the gatherings across the day, so your service leader will fill you in on what you need to know. But do plan to pray with us next week. The other date to know is our celebration dinner. It's a party where we get to celebrate being a church family. We get a chance to get a little more of an insight into the things that God is doing that we don't necessarily get to see all the time. This year we're making a couple of changes to the event, including how we cater for it. We're really looking forward to celebrating together at this family-friendly event. Now, the team from the event will have a camera next week. They'll be going around asking you for your highlights and encouragements from the year that's just gone, so please share something with them. The dinner will be on Saturday, the 9th of November from 5:30 p.m. until 8:30. Please RSVP and pay for the event at www.taclife.church. Now, if you want to come, but cost is a barrier, there are a few options for you on the form. Thanks for listening. I just want to let you know that we're doing a Q&A session on the final week of Vision Month. Drop any question you might have in on a Connect card or through the website. It will really help if your name is on the question so we can get back to you if we don't get to it during the service. Now, as God's people here, we want to be an ever-growing group as more people encounter Jesus. We want to be increasingly diverse because God's good news is for everyone. We want to truly be a family walking through the ups and downs of life together. That's our vision. Let's pray that God shapes us, that this vision might be a reality.